Hey, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened or what was going on with that. It kicked me off the live stream, and I had to go in and uh, fully reset the whole thing. So, not really sure what's going on there. So, everybody who is following along or staying tuned, hopefully you guys are all still there. If not, it's okay. You can go back and still still watch the rest of this video and still finish out where we left off. So I'm pretty sure it's kind of weird. Hey, what's up? I'm not sure who's back on here watching, but thanks for jumping back on. I'm not sure what happened, but I lost like internet signal and all that stuff, so I had to reset my router. I'm glad I saved. It wasn't even letting me save at first. Um, I was like, oh no, is it just like crashed? And I'm not sure what happened. But the truck's still sitting right here. I'm gonna pop these lights off too while I'm out of the cab. I think I can just do it through the bush right here. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Got two people back on here watching. What's up, people? Appreciate you guys getting back on here. Sorry about the technical difficulties I was having. Oh, that's still on. Turn this one off. Yeah, those are both off now. So yeah, this is right where we left it. The truck is right where we left it. Not sure what happened there. So yeah, we still have a full load. Get this backed up on here. Get this all. I bet we have about one more load. So yeah, it's kind of. Oh, there it goes. If it gets stuck, you have to like detach and reattach the trailer, kind of pop the trailer. It will close back up, but you can just reopen it pretty quick. I'm gonna go grab that one last load out of that field there. I bet we can fit it. We will find out. You always know because after you like blanket a silo, if it's anything extra, any excess over the blanketed part, it it doesn't get covered up with the blanket and it doesn't ferment and turn into silage. No cars, no cars, no cars. And then you kind of have to repick it back, like the chaff on the ends. I'll usually try and grab it while it's blanketed. That way, when it is when the blanket comes off of it, if it lets me grab it with the blanket, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But I'll grab the chaff that's not blanketed off out of there before you unblanket it. So when you uncover it, it's all just silage and not any chaff in the way. Yeah, it's crazy. These potatoes right here. That might come out in the next, like, I'm not sure if I'll show an episode of that or anything, but those are all potatoes right there, and then the field that's right back there is all sugar beets, and I think they're both ready for harvest. So I might show some of that. I might not. I'm not sure yet for my upcoming videos. Let me know what you guys want to see as well. You know, if there's certain types of things that you would like to learn about or like to uh, watch me do or anything like that, let me know because I'm down to pretty much do whatever. If it's like not logical or kind of silly idea or something, I might not do it. But if it's like something that's straightforward part of the game or whatever. Oh yeah, I gotta start him up again since we got the kick. Just gotta turn it back on. I always turn on the beacons. Hire a worker. Yeah, if it's something you guys want to see me do, whatever, or want to learn about on this map, uh, man, just shoot a comment down there. Let me know what you want to see. Because this let's play is all about Learning Farm Sim, playing Farm Sim, seeing what I do, my ways of doing it. Your way might be different. No problem with that. Um, and, learning the map, showing off the map. It's Alien Jim who made this map, so he did a good job. And Wolf will have to check out No Man's Land together. I know you were just like driving around the map where you're like, oh, I don't like that. There's nothing out there. It's trees and rocks, and you could actually remove the trees and the rocks to make one giant field. Like if you really wanted to get down, we can remove all that stuff off of there, and we can make a real mega field where we're turning the whole entire map, which has been done on PC. I haven't seen it on PlayStation, but we could turn the entire map into one big mega field. If you don't do that with me, I might do that by myself. I'm that crazy. I might do that. I think it was like DJ Go Ham on PC I think that's who was doing the. I could be wrong. I think it was DJ Go Ham doing that big field on No Man's Land. Yeah, like the whole map, every single bit of the map where you could put a crop down. I forget what he did, like wheat or oats or something like that, and then they harvested the whole entire map. I want to go back and watch that some more too. But they have other mods on PC which kind of give them a hand. But I bet we could do a PlayStation 4 version of that. Hey, what's up? Somebody else is back on. Appreciate you getting back on. Sorry about the technical difficulties I was having earlier. Not sure what happened. But we're right back at it, Just like if I'm doing live stream on anybody else's map or like over at Irish Wolf's maps and stuff, and I get kicked sometimes from that stuff, I'll jump right back on. So if you're sticking with my live feed or even my videos, I'll usually get back on if I'm in the middle of a stream. So if that does happen, please be patient. Load your bowl, grab a beer, fill up your sweet iced tea. That's what the wolf would do. He'd grab his sweet iced tea. But yeah, I'll get kicked sometimes, so I'll just jump back in. Still be talking or whatever, so that's what's cool about the live stream, especially with you guys chit-chatting and stuff. Man, he's starting to go slow right there. I bet he needs repairs bad. He just has this last little bit to do, and then he's done for a while. But you can see how slow he's going. He's doing. I don't even know what he's doing. Let's see. Drop it down to 5. That's how I can always tell that he needs to get repaired. He's not going that slow, I guess. He's doing a low 6. Let's speed up a little bit. He's trying to shoot it in the back of the trailer there. But see, you can there's a high 6 and a low 6, almost 5. If you tap up again, it's like a higher 6, and then it goes to 7. But you can tap it twice before it changes the speed on the cruise control. I'll fill up that extra 5% quick. I won't be able to get all this here. Oh. Too far away. That's such a little bit right there. I almost don't feel like coming back for it. We'll leave him working right there. I'll probably still come back one more time for it. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to get this, try to squeeze this into that silo. I'm going to grab the wheel loader and scoop some of it up to take it up on top to fill in some little voids, because you can fit more in if you get it all squeezed up on top, all nice and flat and compacted. Get up out of here. Oh yeah, these fields here are tomato fields, and you can do the water and the manure at those little, you can see the little water tank right there and a little manure bucket, and those little sprayers will turn on and tomatoes will pop up, and you just get like a daily amount every day for having tomatoes there. We'll probably get that going too eventually. Really, it'd be nice like to be able to play this map slow, which we've done for the most part, and be able to have all the greenhouses going. There's a bunch of different greenhouses on this map. Being able to have all the all the animals going, which we already do right now, except for horses. There's a bunch of different stuff you could do, like for daily things. I'm not sure if we'll really get into contracts too much, but there's a bunch of stuff that you could do like for each day, where it's like doing your chores, where you don't really have to speed up throughout the day ever. Because if you do, you're gonna miss stuff. Really, to make the most of it as well, you should really run your day as long as you can. Especially if you're like leasing equipment, like if you're doing like if you're starting off with not that much money and you're not getting government subsidies. If you have to lease equipment, make sure you do the most with that piece of equipment as you can. So, like, you want that thing running. If you like do one job, if you do one little job, and you're like, your harvester is just going to be sitting there for a day, that's going to cost you. But if you're able to squeeze out as much as you can with that piece of equipment in 24 hours, it's the most profitable. It just like pays for the equipment. Yeah, also with that, leasing's not bad too, especially if you're playing seasons, because you don't need all the equipment all the time. You just need it, for a day or so to do all your fields, and next time you're going to use it is next year. So yeah, I think we can get all that squeezed in there. Whatever I get left over there on the with that forage harvester, whatever's left, I'll probably put in the silo. And this looks like enough here, huh? But I'll scoop some up and hopefully fill these little voids in right here. Get some more off the ground, make it look a little cleaner. Oh. Didn't notice there's a little bit of silage here. So I guess while we're doing that, might as well come over here and clean these cows up real quick, since there was already silage in there. Just gotta run down here. As long as you have it set at the right level, it scoops up pretty easy to clean this. And then you can just dump it anywhere. This whole strip here is the trigger for these animals, so as long as you're dumping it on the trigger, should be fine. Maybe we'll go in here and get these pigs too real quick, because man, they're breeding like crazy, and their food area is always so messy. It's kind of a weird view being in this barn. It's weird it's not scooping it up. Oh, I'm tipped forward too far. Come on. Why am I hitting I didn't think I was hitting anything. I'm like hitting the pile of the stuff. It's not letting me grab it that well. Sometimes I just come right in here and I grab it super, super easy. See how it's like running up on it, like it's hard. Sometimes on my cows on no man's land will be like that too. When I go to try to grab it. Because the bucket's pretty flat. Yeah, the bucket's so flat, but it's still like riding up on it. See that? There. Now I got all of it. Messy pigs. But you can just dump that right back in here. Because that whole thing is a trigger there for that. Alright, get out of this place here. Water's looking good still for them. Appreciate you guys watching. So yeah, we'll just take a scoop in here. And this thing should be able to get up on here. Sometimes you gotta like bounce the whole load around to kind of so you get it up on there like that. But right now we're only 11% compacted, so sometimes I'll run around with a full bucket like this, because I swear it makes a difference if you have the full bucket, because it sure bounces around a lot more, like it's heavier, you know. But usually I'll just come through here like this. You can see it's taking it still, you know. Tip it forward like this more. Yeah, you come out here, and there's always little voids up on top. This side's actually pretty flat, but so you get down here to these little bits here, so you can fill the little voids in like that. Even on this edge right here, you could probably, well, look like I wanted to take a little bit right there. Yeah, a little bit right there. But see how it fills the little voids in? So we'll just go ahead and get a few more scoops taken up there like that. You can see this whole edge here needs it. So yeah, you kind of bounce this thing good up here. See, that helps it get up. But usually after I do a load and fill in, I'll have to go around like this, kind of back and forth. Help compact it down. Because you can't put a silo blanket on, like a tarp. It's like a big tarp fermenting blanket, until the silo's 100%. So let's do this here. See, it says this action could not be performed here. You just drive around like that, and once it gets in the little areas, like these little voids on the sides, see, you'll start filling that in. You know, that's not realistic doing it like that, but sure works well in this game. And other people use like levelers and stuff to do silage, and people use like the silage fork thing and all that. But man, I really like this high dump bucket. It's by far my favorite. 8,000 liter capacity. Yeah, it's by far my fave. We'll just get back down here again. Fix up the old bucket. But yeah, this thing's full. There'll probably be a little bit left over on the ends that I'll have to remove that won't get fermented. Just go ahead. We're only at 20% compacting, so I probably didn't need to put that on that end at all that much. Like I was saying, though, I'll probably go grab that 9RX after I get this thing all evened out, because I bet that thing's it's probably the heaviest thing to use that we own here, you know. And see what's good about this high dump bucket here too. It can reach way out like this, and then you can still tip way out here too. So when you want to get up on certain areas or tip way up into, um, see that's all full there now. When you want to tip in areas, this thing has a good reach on it because it can reach way up and then still dump. So when you're at an angle like this bucket still dumps way out here. So you can like climb up on there and dump pretty sweet. That's usually how I'll finish this off on these ends. Get up here like this. And I'll keep the bucket, like the arm low, so I can reach up and dump up here like this. Just to fill in these little ends. But you can see this thing's full, so. We'll go see how this other side's looking. And whatever little bits on the ends that we have left over, I'll probably just take it and run it over to the silo. Store it in there. Yeah, that's what a loaded silo, a bunker silo, is supposed to look like. So all this will all end up going into the cows. Silage to cows. Yeah, looks like we got 3 people on here. Really appreciate you guys watching the videos, man. Especially the live streams. You know, you can always go back and watch all the other videos and stuff later. If you haven't, you know. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and, you know, subscribe. Share. Like, you know, if you haven't subscribed already, definitely do that. But, you know, sharing is caring. Then, like, if you're into the live stream stuff, then go ahead and hit the bell and all that for notifications. I don't want to blow up your phone or nothing or your computer. But yeah, if you're into it, you know, and you wanna keep watching the live stuff and chit chatting and stuff like that, then yeah, make sure you hit that bell. That way you know when I'm on and know when the next video is going. So we are gonna grab this thing. If this thing doesn't get up on there, then we're gonna use this thing. This thing's probably pretty heavy. Oh yeah, she's a beast. Sounds good too. Oop. I've never been a big fan of the articulating tractors. You sure do get used to them, like they're turning and stuff after a while. But yeah, we have to compact this stuff, so might as well use this big deer for something. Oh yeah, she'll get right up on there. But yeah, like the heavier the equipment that you're riding around up here, the faster it compacts, so we'll see how long this takes us. I usually go all the way to the end. Oh, too far. Come on, back it up. Back it up. Yeah, this thing's a beast. But yeah, usually if it's heavier, compacting goes a lot faster, so yeah, you can see right where it compacted that down. Left its little track marks in there. See, 30% already. Takes some time. That's the thing about this game. Like, if you're doing it right and you're putting in the work and, you know, making it 100%, like all my fields are 100% that I do, and like I'll even go back and I'll grab the rest of that corn off of that field, you know. I hate leaving little bits. Like, if it's a tiny little bit, that's no problem, but, you know, there's probably, you know, there might be several thousand liters of chaff still sitting over there, so I'm not going to leave all that there like that. Yeah, this 9RX thing's freaking sweet. Yeah, if anybody knows a better way of compacting, let me know. But this is the better way I've seen and done, so it just takes time, especially if you load the silo so full. Like, what I used to do is layer it, so I drove through and just kind of dumped it through, and compacting went a lot faster just because every time you drove through there and stuff, it compacted it. But yeah, like the percentage and stuff would go back down if you dump, but it's still not like starting out at like 10%. You know, you'd be more in the 30 or 40% range if you do it like that. But I like dumping and filling up with the ideal liner trailer that went over there. So just if you use backup, I always usually start in the middle of the silos, because if you start in the middle, that's the shortest distance you have to back in either direction. So instead of starting on one end, having to back all the way up every time until you're over halfway, you know. So I always start in the middle and work my way out on both ends, unless it's a single end one. I like those actually. But yeah, you see this one. This one has 1,224,603 liters, so it does over a million. But there'll probably be little bits on the ends that uh, won't get covered by the blanket. I bet it covers most of it though. And like I said, this stream was going to be long tonight too, and it kind of gave me a little intermission in between by kicking me out of the stream. So hopefully that doesn't happen again while we're in the middle of this video. But this is episode 5, part 2. If you missed any of it, you could always go back and watch it later. But I appreciate you guys watching right now. Yeah, this thing's a tank. It's funny, in that mirror back there, you can see the back of the silo, back of the pile. Yeah, this tractor's a beast. I like it. Now we got 4 people on. What's up, everybody? I really appreciate you guys watching my live streams. It means a lot. It's cool that you guys are watching. And I can't tell who's on too, so if you guys are on, you say like, "Hey, what's up?" or "Hello," or any little comment, or "Shut the fuck up," or any of that kind of stuff. If I'm talking too much or something, you know. Yeah, feel free. That way I know it's you there and watching. And if you're new to the channel and you're watching, go ahead and say hello too, so I can say hello back. Now we're at 71%. Whoa, too far. That's fine. Look how this thing moves all that. This thing's heavy. This is definitely the better thing that we own to be able to compact this down properly. The wheel loader does it just fine. It'd probably would take a little bit more time, so this thing with the tracks is badass for this. But yeah, like I say, man, all my maps, I put in the work, I put in the hours. Always try to keep everything real good, real nice, clean, equipment put away, and all that stuff. Like, uh, it's a lot of work, you know. But you don't ever have to rush through it. You don't have to do so many animals. You don't have to do such big equipment. You know, you can do smaller fields and start small and work your way up. You know, sometimes it's better if you start like small or medium and work your way up to all the larger stuff. You might just find that some of that smaller, medium-sized stuff is more to your liking. You know, if you find that that stuff's not getting it done quick enough, move up to the bigger stuff like this tractor. This tractor is almost as big as they get, so. Whoa. But we'll probably use this thing to pull that Borgat cedar thing. I think it's a cedar. I gotta try that out. I think it's only 8 meters wide, so I'm not sure if that's the one yet. That's why I kept that Great Plains planter. That Great Plains is my favorite. It doesn't plant everything though, almost. Something else I might do on this map too, that a lot of people don't really see that often, or get to play around with that often, is sugarcane. And I've done my fair share of sugarcane planting and harvesting, so I'll probably do a small little field of that. It does grow back, so you don't have to do a big field of sugarcane. The planter and the harvester are both fairly small small width, so you don't really want to go too big. It'll take you, like, by the time you get done with the field, the other side will be already growing again. So I was a jerk to some of my online friends, and I planted a whole field on Welkers, on field 2 at Welkers, all minus my farm, all in sugarcane. And if the plant growth is fast, oh, we're 100%. Didn't even notice. Over here chatting. If your plant growth is fast, you know, and you're just like, don't harvest sugarcane for a while, and your harvester's out in the field, your whole harvester will just get, it'll just get buried out in the field. All right, so after this, after it's 100%, you can blanket it. Boom, blanket. But yeah, so that's not too bad. Those little bits there will not ferment. Little bits here. So, excuse me. Almost everything in the silo got blanketed off, and that shouldn't take too long at all to ferment. Like by tomorrow. Like, let's see, it probably already started. Like already 1%, so it won't take very long for that. This thing sounds good. So it's almost 11 o'clock in the day, game time. Right now I'm just running on 1. Oh man, no more space for new pallets at the wool. Wow. See, I didn't even check on the sheep. There's like, we might have 1 new sheep in there again. There was like 201. Let's see, how are the sheep looking? So we got 4 new sheep in there. We gotta go down there and clean them. And yeah, it looks like there's no more room for wool production. A little close to that wall. Yeah, that's a nice tractor. Like I said, I've never been a big fan of the articulating. I do use like the quad tracks and stuff, the case quad tracks, but never really been a big fan of that. Oh, we'll hop back in the wheel loader. Those are probably both the harvesters there. Trucks, tractors, tractors, truck. So many tractors. That little guy. Oh yeah, later on I'm gonna be doing. I accidentally joined these farms together, but I was gonna do a whole separate farm that was totally separate from my main farm, and it was gonna be called the cotton farm. And they were just gonna be super low budget with leased equipment, knocking out knocking out some cotton on a super low budget with no extra money involved. But so I actually need to get rid of this. That's what my leasing fee was from, because this was supposed to be for a different farm, but it got joined onto mine. So there'll be a few different fields around that are all cotton, and they'll pretty much just be workers going, making cotton bales, and we'll turn those in, and that'll be the little cotton production. So that's what that is there. Workers still going on down there with the forage harvester. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna buzz on down here to these sheep real quick too. I'm just gonna push the pallets off the trigger for now. We get a whole bunch of wool on that. Wow, look at the manure for the cows. That needs to get. I don't know if it needs to get dumped anytime soon, but it's getting loaded. There's probably 150,000 or more liters there. But yeah, we have like the step deck trailer. So with that step deck, it can hold a whole bunch of pallets. So I'm not too worried about the wool. But with the wool, it only allows you to have 4 on the trigger at one time. So I'll usually just like push them off like this. I guess it doesn't work as good on this one. Most of your in-game sheep pins and whatnot. I'm just going to leave those there for now. I'll come back with forks and grab those. But most of your sheep pins aren't like back in the corner right there, so you just drive up and push them off. And I'll usually make rows of pallets, and then I'll come pick them up later on. But that's clear for now. They look okay on water. Lower this bucket down where it's flat. Should be able to grab up all this grass pretty easy here. See, that's what it's supposed to do. Like that pig food was tripping out, how it seemed like it was hard. So they're all clean now. Let's take this back up here for now. We'll drive around this way. This is that field of grass that we mowed too. So that's already starting to grow back as well. I'll probably start doing about 2 rounds of mowing. Maybe, yeah, at least 2 rounds of mowing before I windrow and pick up the grass. But that's starting to grow back already now. All that grass went into the sheep, and then some of it went into the cows. I think we'll just park this in here for now. I usually just park this outside, but I figure it's a piece of equipment, so might as well keep it indoors. On this map, I did download. Sorry, I didn't download. I selected the mod for the Crone Swadro 2000. So I'll be selling this one here, and I'll be getting the Crone. That one did a good job. I'm just, you know, when you like something, you like something. And that Crone Swadro is my favorite windrower. Yeah, you could fast farm with it too. Sometimes it gets glitchy. Same with the other one. But just the spread of it, it's so wide when you're doing a big field of grass. It gives you such a big swath, especially if you mow a couple times. So we're going down here for this last little bit now. We got that silo covered. Come on, no cars, no cars. Oh, boom, look at that. Nailed a car. Yeah, honk at me all you want there, buddy. See if I get off of him. There we go. That's probably the worst one I've done so far. I'm glad you guys saw that. But I don't care. We didn't lose uh, any grain or anything. There's nothing in here. So the all blue, the blue and black. Thing's sweet. Yeah, I bet there's maybe about 5,000 liters left chaff out here. Who knows? Let's go find out. Let's cut through Plumpton Farm once again. But yeah, it's not a big deal, but you know, it's a lot of work, so you know, just want to show you guys some of the work that I do. Like I said, like cutting away and you know, doing a short episode here or there. So a lot of them will probably be around an hour stream or so. Um, but you can't see the full process of the job if I cut away, you know. I know it sounds crazy, but I would almost live stream every time I play. Yeah, you know, on this game, I got nothing to hide. So, you know, I'll be honest with you guys. I'll tell you the work I do. I'll tell you the work that I don't do. I'll tell you where I buy, where I don't buy. You know, stuff like that. So, yeah, I always keep it 100% with you guys. But yeah, so it's over 5. I said 7 at first, but we're probably looking about, man, 12 maybe. I'll just dump this in the silo. And 12. Oh, 11. About 11. Not bad. Worker's done. He's gone for the day. Alright, so we're going to take this on back. We'll dump it in the multi-fruit grain silo. You know, I probably will be ending this stream here really soon, but we will at least, we'll take this back, we'll dump this, we'll clean this truck, we'll park this truck, and then we'll go get the forage harvester, and we'll take that back, we'll clean that up. I'm sure it needs to get repaired. This truck doesn't need to get repaired yet. It's getting there a little bit. It did some work. But yeah, we'll do some more work with this one before we take it back in. But I know that forage harvester is hurting over there, so we'll check that out. That's all the forage harvesting we're gonna be doing right now. So we'll also be we'll be parking that in the shed. Oh, I totally went past the multi-fruit. Let's go in right here. Still getting used to where everything is. At least this down here. I almost went and dumped it in the chaff pile. Oh, it was off the ground there a little bit. So yeah, with this this multi-fruit, you could dump anything in here. So chaff going in. That's where I would have put the pile there. I just work on getting that picked up with the wheel loader and dumped into the animals eventually. I'll just make some trips with that, knock that pile out pretty quick. I'll go up here and wash this at least. I should put a pressure washer down here. Whoop. But I like this, come on, turn. Is it really picking the front of my truck up right there? Wow, I can't turn. Let's see that. What's that doing there? Yeah, it sure does. When it goes up right there, it picks up the front of the truck. Didn't notice that before. I usually come at it pretty straight. Yeah, I like this truck a lot so far. This thing is done really well. I like the way it looks a lot too. Same with this trailer. I've used these a whole bunch of times. They're my favorite. They look good. And, you know, they're kind of big for some of the smaller maps, but for all the other maps that we play on and stuff, they have the best capacity. Yeah, that blue and black looks great. So we'll just go ahead for now. Actually, not for now. We're going to haul this down here. Pretty much right back where we just were. Over here by the silo. Just going to come through this way. And for now, I'll move all that stuff around later. For now, we'll just park this right here. I'll be using it again more. Yeah, I'll park all those trucks and trailers over there. Different, we do have one more dump truck, so we have two of those. The black truck and that belly dump step deck over there. And this one now. This will be the main one I do all my work in. When it's just me on here. So we'll go back over, get that forage harvester. Wherever that thing is. There it is. Pipe in, fold this front up. See how that front folds up? It's pretty sweet. Yeah, we'll go ahead and run this back home. This field's done, so next thing we're going to do up here, like I was saying, we'll probably do soybeans up here. I like doing soybeans quite a bit, so pigs like it too. Run these over. Don't need those. Crunch. That's a pretty cool looking thing inside. Pretty good visibility in it. It's fun running this when you have somebody else running trucks for you. You just can't have a worker run the truck for you, unfortunately. So you can't run this while you're by yourself, unless you have like a small trailer you're pulling behind you or something like that, you know. But those are hard to offload and stack up tall like I do. So I run the semi with the trailer, and this is a worker, which that works out just fine. Oh yeah, also on our main farm, there's a seed. Here, I'll get out. There's a seed thing that looks like this over there, and there's fertilizer over there too. I'm pretty sure this area is connected to that, so if we needed seed or fertilizer, we could grab out of the silo. Almost sound like it was driving away. If you look over here, scroll over, see seed, silos. We got other total capacity. Looks like we got 80,000 liter capacity of seed. So we have 60,000 liters of seed in there. And we also have, what does fertilizer look like? Probably that one right there. We have, looks like we have 80,000 liters in the one. Oh yeah, that one was filled up. And then in our, I think I dumped another load of fertilizer as well into our multi-fruit grain silo. So in that one, there's enough capacity for 800,000 liters of that. So that's pretty sweet. Wow, looks like our manure capacity. Huh, that's kind of interesting. We have enough capacity for manure for 1.3 million in the one silo, and then the other silo says we have 2 million liter capacity for manure. I wonder what that's all about. That's a pretty big capacity. Same with like digestate, pig food. I wonder where all that extra 2 million liters is stored. I know we do have a lot with our silo at the main farm, the big one that we could dump into. Oh yeah, and by the way, this right here is not a silo. Oh, there's lights all over too, everything over here too. Um, this one is not a silo for storage. You open this up right here, and this is actually a sell point. Plumpton Farm sell point. If you go on the map, you can see right there where I'm at, where it's yellow. If it's yellow like that, it's a sell point. If it's white like that, it's a silo, like our main silo, or or it's a buy station, storage or buy. Just like this is our buy, our multi-cell, multi-fill. This is our main storage. This is our multi-fill over here. This is our multi-grain fruit here. But sell point yellow, buy point is white, sell point's yellow, yellow. So if you look around the map, that's a buy, that's a sell. Those are all buys. Um, no, sorry, those are all sells. A little money cheat, you could put a water standpipe at the car wash with a tanker and sell water to the car wash. Yeah, Sealy P down here. And the Silly E.G. Bakery. It's his daughter. I'm pretty sure that's his daughter. Uh, yeah, it's pretty cool that Alien Jim gave him that. Yeah, so my idea, which I need to go buy him back again, but this one I had a totally different farm, it, like with my additional green farm up here. But I needed to sell them back because they were joined, which I'll do that right now. So we'll sell these back because I didn't want to own those. So that's all the fields that we own right there. It's all that area. And that's the area we're going to turn into a field. Those 4 fields with the trees in the middle. This is our corn that we still have to harvest. That's our sheep up there, grass, um, all that stuff, the sheds and stuff, shop. And this are our fields that we've been working up here. And then that big 41 with the wheat on it. You can also buy purified water, and you can sell water as well. You can also buy air on here. I think, where is that? I forget, maybe it's also down there too. You can buy air, sell air. um, so yeah, I'm gonna really quick, like even before I even get off of here. So yeah, that's um, not a. I heard before this is connected to your main farm silo, but it's not. You dump in your stuff, it gets sold here, so be careful of that. And it automatically closes. Yeah, before I forget though, and before it gets too far into it, I was starting this farm. It's already back on there, so I restarted it. There's the money that it has. Um, we are going to buy fields. So I'm pretty sure we bought this field. I gotta check, make sure, because it's gonna be cotton. It's all gonna be cotton. So they bought that field. And what I was thinking is, oh, was that a cotton? Yeah. So I bought all these cotton fields, and then it's gonna have a little bit of money. I'll probably return that harvester. It's over here. It's on. Oh, what am I doing? Well, you guys watched me do a boo boo there. I was like, why is there so much green? Huh. That is interesting. I'm just wondering why my money went up. I forget. Did I sell something? I totally forget why. Oh, I think I might have still owned a couple of those fields. That's why. Because I still own like these two fields. I was wondering why my money's higher now. So what I meant to do was go over here, join this farm. Now I can't drive that, but I could go over here and buy these fields really quick. So, again, let's see. We have 1 point. That's why it was almost the same amount of money too. That's why I was kind of confused. I'm like, wait, what? Because I thought I was on the right one. So we have enough money to buy those fields. So we'll go in the menu here. We'll go into buy, and all these will turn blue. Yes. Buy. Just double checking. Buy. This one. Buy. But what I might do is I might do a harvester in each field. Maybe not this one, but like harvester, 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 and then harvester here, and a harvester here. See, we got $360,000 left. I think that's all the cotton. That was all planted by the. That's what kind of gave me the idea. I was like, oh, that's a lot of cotton out there right now. That I didn't have to plant, so we'll get going on that. So I have to go. Those are all bought now. I had it all done like that already. Then I actually jumped out and I joined it in my career, and then it merged all my farms together. Totally forgot it does that. So I'll go back to my main farm here. I just totally forgot about that before, because if I wouldn't have done all that right now, and the time would have kept going, those fields would have been all ready to go. Damn, that plane is loud. Come on, fly over. Yeah, sorry about that. The fields, if you, they're like, oh man, I like that field, but you don't hurry up and buy it, it might just finish out and then it gets harvested super fast before you even know it, because the computer just harvests fields super fast. So if you have an idea on a field, you got to grab all that up before your time, before the time goes too far. But now that farm, the cotton farm down there, owns the fields again. Hopefully no cars. Good. So the cotton farm owns all that land down there. So hopefully it can just be a small on the side, sustainable cotton farm. We'll work up to buying some harvesters down there. But for now, we're going to lease a whole bunch and see how that goes. If it's a bust, we'll just get rid of it. But, oops. I forgot to wash. Yeah, that's a nice forage harvester. This thing was like close to $500,000 with the header. It actually doesn't need to get repaired that much. Wow, look at the gas though. We'll have to get a fuel tanker up here. I'll probably use my big tanker and then. Oh, that's right there. Why is my retriever parked right here, huh? This thing's pretty fun, though. Yeah, I probably have enough room just to park this in here. Yeah, I have enough room just to park it right here in front of the deer. That's probably where I'll keep that. I drive that around pretty often. Not so much on the live streams, but when I'm just running around off a live stream. Oops. Damn, I backed all the way up into that. Um, a lot of times I'll drive that around. I'll just leave that in here for now. I backed into that thing though. I will be getting 2 new harvesters, so these will actually be going away. I'll probably still go with the big John Deere's, those 22,000 liter capacity or whatever ones. Um, and that means those headers are going to go away. We'll get the big, I'll get the big 45-foot Draper headers on the trailers. Run those in here. I like dropping them on the ground though, like that. See how many pigs we have now. Look at that, 386 pigs. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, 80,000 liters of slurry, 54,000 liters of manure. Cows. We're already back up to 33,000 liters of milk. I think that trailer over there is about full too. And then there's 60,000 liters of milk over there. So, like, if you do the math on that real quick, where's milk? So that little symbol there's for milk. I wish I could point to the stuff on the screen in the menu for you. But yeah, that one right there in the middle of that tank is the milk. And at the Sealy EG Bakery down there, milk right now is going for 2,700 for 1,000 liters. So just in that one storage container over there on the main farm, we have 64,000 plus 30,000 plus whatever's in the tanker over there as well. So I'm sure we're at about 100,000 liters already. So that's $270,000 off of milk already if we go turn it all in with the price like that. So that's probably even a pretty medium price. It could go up, it could go down. So eggs are looking great over there too. Eggs are 72.96. Let's see what those are looking like real quick. Yeah, see that? Eggs are filling up pretty good. I actually came over here and backed into these, so they're all scooted over, but hopefully this one still fills. Back here, I'll have to move it up if not. But yeah, they're all doing good. Still got some wheat in here. I did buy some more chickens, but they've been breeding as well. So, yeah, that's about it. Let me know, like, drop a comment too if you want to see me do anything in particular. I probably will be doing like the little chores here and there. There's still room in the manure and stuff here, so I might just leave that. Silo's full. I'll probably come do a little bit more stuff with the animals. That's funny, I forgot. I thought before that right here is where you... I never did try it, but I'm like, oh yeah, that's where the milk is. So if I ever said that's where the milk is, where you collect it, you never collect it over there. It's always over here. All the milk stuff's over here inside. This is like all your milk tank. You know, looking at this now, I should have known that tank out there was milk, because look at this tank here, and then look at this tank over here. So this is the silo storage tank that we have the other milk in, 64,000 liters. It's in this one. So that tank in there looks just like that tank right there. So that's that. I think that's digestate, and that's slurry. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff going on this map. A lot more to come. Much more. We'll be joining fields together. We'll be making a lot of bigger fields. Yes, here's a bunch in here. What do the cows have already for manure? See that? 139,000 liters of manure, 177,000 liters of slurry. So we do have that slurry spreader. I'll probably will be doing fertilizing with that, at least eventually. Like maybe not at first. We have the other fertilizer right now. I have a bunch of that at the silo, but we get to that point where we got to start hauling some of that slurry out of there when it starts getting full. I bet the capacity is crazy though, because It's 500 cows can go into this one. Yeah, yeah, we'll probably be getting that all taken. I'll figure out a good price or a BGA to take manure. If not, we're going to store it in a silo. We'll get some more mowing going. Taking some wool eventually. So eventually it's just going to be little chores to do every day. You know, wool, milk, a couple loads of pigs. Oh, we never did that this time. I might do a couple loads off camera, but we'll do some loads together as well. Who knows? Maybe I'll just let the pigs go. It all depends on how I'm feeling, what I want to do. I should be able to do another video or two tomorrow as well, so stay tuned. A lot more to come. I'll be doing No Man's Land. I'll be doing we'll be doing the mega field whenever Irish Wolf is up to it. That's on Welker's Farms. We'll be doing La Coronella. I already have a map on there, so I'll probably just jump on that one. Show you guys that map and stuff. That one's killer. Like I said, that one and this one are probably my two favorites right now. Uh, yeah, that one's really cool. A lot of in game, a lot of stuff that you have to interact with and open and close and turn on and turn off, and it's really tight. So you do a lot of in cab driving around and all that stuff. So that one's super fun, and this one's super fun because it has a lot of the same stuff. Like if those two guys, they have a lot of similarities in their style of building and designing a map. So it's been a blast playing all of these. You guys did a great job on these. So but yeah, everybody has been on the live stream, following along. Appreciate you guys. Everybody's going to be watching. Appreciate you guys as well. Subscribe, drop a like, drop comments, hit the bell for notifications. Make sure you go over there and check out Irish Wolf. He has a bunch of stuff going as well. A bunch of like solo play, role play type stuff as well. Co-op stuff going on. And the mega field coming up too. So make sure you guys stay tuned and check all that stuff out. Alright, well, I appreciate you guys, and you have a great night.